The Islamic teachers prefer to conclude that Allah messed up the preservation of His scriptures. I really doubt anyone will be burning in hell for obeying all Allah revealed through the prophets. I think it's better to assume any apparent contradiction between any of Allah's verses can be resolved by acknowledging human error in overlaying wrong interpretations from past traditions that were formed before all the books of Allah were translated to Arabic. And in the case of 7th century Arabic that couldn't retain the actual words in written form for the first 200 years of its transmission and interpretation in the ignorance of Al-Kitab Allah until the system of dots and diacritics was finally developed in the 9th century. My position is really reasonable and rational. I mean, the fact we have 27 different Arabic Qur'ans today is proof the Razm didn't preserve the original word-for-word Qur'an. You can play the oral preservation card all you like, the 27 Mus'haf Qur'ans are 27 different oral Qur'ans too. I'd rather be able to say to Allah on the Day of Judgment that I did my best to submit to all Al-Kitab Allah, meaning all the Bible and the Qur'an, even if some scribal errors were in the version I read, than to use an apparent contradiction as an excuse to reject 95% of what Allah revealed. Imagine saying, "Oh Allah, I rejected all your speech to Moses and Jesus and all the prophets because it contradicted Al-Bukhari." I wouldn't want to be in the same room as someone giving that excuse to Allah. After all, the Quran includes the following warning. And they will say, "Our Lord, indeed we obeyed our chiefs, Sadatina, and our religious leaders, Kubara'ana, and they led us astray from the path." Surah Al-Ahzab 33, 67-68. And who are the Sadatina, the masters, lords, chiefs? These are the people Muslims obey politically. And who are the Kubara'ana, the great elders, notable scholars? These are the senior ulama and muftis, those who issue fatwas and control religious interpretation, the respected sheikhs and imams, those who are guardians of inherited traditions, and we can add the academics of Islamic studies in the universities. The Kubara'ana may give warnings to discourage any independent reading of Quran. But the Quran gives warnings not to be led astray by submitting to the teachings of the Kubara'ana and rejecting any of what Allah has revealed, including the Torah and Gospel as confirmed by the Quran. So stand on the Al-Kitab Allah or stand on the teachings of the Kubara'ana and the Sadatina. They might get greater punishment, but what's the comfort in that when you are in hell yourself? It's better to figure it out on this side of the grave.